When you are in MimioStudio Notebook, you will notice at the top of the screen that there are several menus from which you can choose. This video is about the File menu. This will just be an overview, so I will go through each of the features relatively quickly. Many of them are ones that you are probably familiar with because they show up in other programs as well. The features that are new to Mimio Notebook, I will create other videos for, and you can look at those to find out more about them. The features that you probably recognize are New, Open, Save, Save As, Print, and Exit. And they work just the same as they would in any other program like Microsoft Word or Excel or Microsoft Paint. New opens a new document, so if I click that, then I get a completely blank document, and you can see my old one is still open, but this is a new one. Open allows you to open a previously created document, so I have these files, I can choose any of them and open them if I'd like. I don't want to, so I will cancel. The next one is Save. That's where you can save your file if you've made changes to it. If it's your first time saving the file, you will get this pop-up and you have the choice to rename it or to leave it untitled. That's their standard name for it. I don't want to save this file, so I will click Cancel. Save As is after that. That allows you to rename your file. So if I were in this file that was already created, if I make a change to it, let's say I draw a rectangle, but then I don't want that rectangle, and I want to make sure that I save it and haven't changed, that it looks the way that I want it, then I would go up and I could click Save, and it will just save it. If, however, I want to rename the file, I would use Save As, and then it takes you to this pop-up again, and you can rename it to whatever you want. The next one is Connect, and you can see that it's not highlighted here on my computer because I'm on my laptop at home and I'm not connected to any devices. When you are at school or somewhere where you're connected to a Mimio Teach or a Mimio projector or another device, it will be activated and you can click on it and see which devices are available. Typically you'll just have one device available and you can select that. If you ever have problems with your interactivity, check these settings here to make sure that everything's set up correctly. The next one is Page Setup. This is a nice feature that allows you to change page size, and since this is just an overview, I won't go into detail with that. You can choose to watch the video or read the information about it later in the user guide. And then there's the Print. Print works like every other print function. It takes you in, you can choose your printer, set your preferences. The one thing that I don't like about this is there is no print preview, so it may or may not print out the way that you want it, so you may have to do a test run before to make sure that it looks the way that you want it to look. Print Test is the next feature, and you'll notice it is not activated on my computer. I actually have not been able to make it active on any computer that I've worked with, so I think it has more to do with the printer than with MimioStudio, and since I haven't been able to get it to activate on any of my computers, I doubt that you will need to use it. The next feature is Recent Files. This is another handy feature. It shows you the 4 most recent files you've used. If you hover over recent files, that's when this pop-up shows up, and you can choose the file that you want instead of having to go through Open and then finding the folder with it. You can just go and click on it. You only need to click on it once and it will show up. And the file that you were in before will still be there. If you do it while you're in a new file, I believe that it just opens a new, it opens the file and it does not keep the new file there. The final feature is exit, and that is what it means. You exit the file. When you use exit, you only exit that file. It doesn't completely close Mimio Notebook. So you'll see that these two files are still open. If I want to get out of this, I'd click exit, and then this one is still open. So that is the file menu. I hope that was helpful. Enjoy the rest of the user guide.